Hey guys, first of all, Happy New Year to all of you, and I wish you and yours a happy and healthy 2023. And today, we're gonna take a look at how measuring is not actually as accurate as you think. It all depends on the company and the makers of these measures, whether it be tapes or rulers. That's what we're going to work with today. And let's go on. I'm going to take 10-inch lines from all four of them, and let's see if they come out to be exactly the same. Let's jump right into it. First of all, let's start with just a plain regular ruler that we all remember from school, and I hope you're from those that never got to get hit on the hand from them. Okay, so we'll start with a 1 inch right on the edge of the paper. Let me make it a little bit clearer. Let me take these other papers out, and let's start from the very edge of the paper. And right there, it starts with the 0 inch. And let's go to 10. Okay? 10 is right here. And that's one line. I'm not sure if the light is going to allow us to see everything, but we'll show you closer to the camera. This is where the first one ends. First. Okay, now let's go to the second one. And the second one will be this one here. Just a regular ruler too, but that says it's flexible. And we align it with an edge there. And it's right at the edge. And let's do 10 from there too. Right here. And it did 10. Now, let's get out and take one of these other tapes. Not rulers now. And tapes usually are meant to start from the pointer here, right? Well, let's test that. These are a little bit easier because it just hits the paper on the corner where it's supposed to. Right here. And it says 10 is right here. And right there is 10. Okay, that's another line. And the last one I have right here is going to be one of these Craftsman rulers. Measuring tape, sorry. And let's do a 10 on it too. And here we go. This is 10. And let me hold it here. 10 is exactly right there. Okay. So now let's see if they're all exactly the same. Now here I think the camera, you will be able to see it. Second, third, and fourth. And as you see, they're almost exactly the same. The only difference being the first one. As you see right here, we'll go straight with the lines on the bottom here and on the top, and we'll measure from that one right there. And as you see right here, they exceed just a little bit. The second one gets a little bit out. The third one just a touch. And fourth one just touches the line, which could be human error. Why is the second one a little bit larger? That's something we don't know. Now I have a fifth measuring device here that you may not you may laugh. You feel free to laugh now. And here is the whole camera doesn't fit this thingy here because it's as you see right here, 48 inches. So let's try and do 10 from this other side with this one and go straight to the end of it. This is ridiculous. And this is 10 for this one. And we will call 10 right at the edge of it, right here. And we'll go from here. As you see, it's not super straight there. And as you see, this one didn't come out and be a sharp 10 either. So that's very interesting. So now we have small things going on here. This one is sharp 10, which was the fourth. Craftsman was sharp here with a line at least. And then we have the next one is this here that comes to the line. The second one gets out of the line a little bit, and we'll talk about millimeters here now. How much out of the line does it go? And we're talking about 2 millimeters out of the line. 2 millimeters. This one comes around 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter short from the line. This one, Craftsman, comes up to 0, which is sharp. And the last one, the Leveler, is 3 millimeters short from the line. So far, looks like this ruler matches Craftsman. The rest are either too far out, like this one that's only 1 out, or 2 out, or 3 in. And this is why it's really hard to say that you have extremely exact measurements. And no, this line is very straight, but the camera angle I have from up here is making you see like it's not straight, and there's not much I can do about it. And all the lines may not be extremely straight, but still missing the millimeters not to be exactly the same. And just for reference, let me put these two, for example, next to each other. And here are the inches on this one. And the inches, this is going to be hard to see for you. Let me align the 1 inch with 1 inch. And as you see here, 6, 7. It will be, let me flip the paper, maybe the other side, so maybe you can see it better that way. Here's the one, and here's the other one, which somehow it's not easy to align these two. Here's from the first inch, and this is the second inch one. And as you see, the tenths are not exactly the same, or let me put it the other way, right here. As you see, they're extremely aligned. The first counting here starts 1 to 1. And when you go here, as you see, this 10 is longer than this other 10. How is that so? It's not going to be easy for you to see on camera. Let me try to zoom in just a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. As you see, sorry about that. As you see on the beginning, it's aligned perfectly. But somehow when you come to the end here, this 10 is bigger than this 10. And it's, I'm assuming here around 1 millimeter over. But still, these are supposed to be international measurements, or agreed internationally for these measures. And here's the other one. Let's see, from here, it goes a little bit over this one, actually. I'm not sure if you guys can see it from there, but I'll try to make that possible. Right there, it's super aligned. But I have to make it straight here too. Okay, now it's aligned here. And this 10 is even longer. Somehow. Almost by 2 or 3 millimeters, I would say here. On this side. As you see, this is the first 10. This is the second 10. And this is the third 10. So, how do you get exact sharp measurements when the instruments we use to measure are not exactly the same to each other? And here's the other one. Let me put it 10 too, because it's very hard for you to see. But what I'm trying to say is that these small differences actually play a big role when it comes to measuring something accurately. You know, you can't just call it a measurement and somehow it's not 10. Like, you're expecting this to be from 10 from here. But as you see, it's shorter in the other side. Let me align. Yeah, right here, it's sharp 10. But here is not sharp. I'm not sure if the light will let you see it on this side. As you see, it cuts right here. So that's not sharp 10. And yes, how I came up to even talk about this topic is Home Depot. Yes, in Home Depot, I measured pieces of wood that I needed for a project. And somehow, in 4 pieces of wood that I measured, they were moving, yes, maybe not a big deal, by millimeters. But we're talking about the first one was 3 millimeters short. The second one 3 longer, and the third, fourth one were 5 to 6 shorter or longer. So in that case, I cannot exactly fit that crown molding or whatever you're installing, or especially if you're making a door. You know very well, if you ever installed doors before, that millimeter makes that door either be taller or shorter, not have that perfect seamless gap. Or when you're buying sheets of metal, that matters a lot. A lot. Especially if you're making, for example, a cap or a stand or whatever you're making that you need exact measurements by the millimeter. You want to buy that piece, and you don't want to come home and pull out the grinder and start grinding on it again after you bought it, supposedly to be that 10-inch or 15-inch or whatever you have it. And yeah, that's something that kept bothering me, and I felt like I had to show it to you, and I hope you learned something from this one. And yeah, check your measuring tapes and rulers that you have at home and see what goes on with them, if they're exactly accurate, and to measure the accuracy. Furthermore, try the millimeters. If you go with the millimeters, you'll see that you'll find out very soon that something's not right. And a lot of them. And with that said, I'll see you next time. Bye!